Let's see, this goes good on Twitch. That's the intent that it does. Going live and big at the same time. Working on a new shirt. So, in 2 seconds, guys. How you doing? How's it going? Hey, how you doing? How's it going? Working on a shirt. So work-wise, when it's kind of slow, my boss taught me how to do like basic shirts for his company, like basic logos, which he already had prepped up. So like at first it was like I'm a computer tech geeky. So with that said, I was like, obviously it's different, but since I'm a geek wise, I catch on right away. So I made a shirt with vinyl. Vinyl's fun. In time when I have more money, I'm gonna get a simulator. I think I'm saying it right to do the pretty shirts. But anyways, it's still fun because you get to do your vinyl stickers, which I haven't learned how to do stickers yet. But vinyl shirts, yeah, buddy. So when I go to the gym, run the streets, my hoodies and all that, my personal saying. So the cool thing is like people are scared to ask questions, right? Because my tattoos got a lot of introverts, all that great stuff, right? So with that said, is my words to do the talking. So put all my personal sayings that I say always. I'm gonna put on all my shirts, everything I rock, and so on and so on. So this quick cut little machine's pretty awesome. Technology, I love technology, man. If you use technology correctly, we talking vibing, networking, no passing boundaries, right? Use it incorrectly, what are you doing? Digital entanglements, aka cheating, premeditated, that's definitely your choice, right? So with that said, this is what I do every day above ground. Go on live, tell stories, check my cell phone, DMs, one-on-ones. Typically, 90% of my followers are females because they're the ones going through it the worst, and that's why as an individual, deadass, I'm here for the girls, the women, and single mothers. The fullest, I'm a single father, 8 kids, 2 baby moms. First baby mom's MIA, it was definitely her choice. I pray she's doing better. Not. I won't be surprised because if your mentality is narcissistic wise and you're from the streets, then guess what? That's gonna be your lifestyle for many many years to be. That's why you can leave the hood, but the hood leave you, and so on and so on. Which that's how I'm gonna make sure it's like that to trigger who? They're like I people from the streets. When they see it, what? Yo, baby boy, baby girl, you can leave the hood all you want, but the hood leave you. I ain't gonna cause altercations when you go to the suburbs and so on and so on. Which is definitely your choice. So with that said, that's why as individuals, you should work on yourself, especially in relationships. Everybody wants relationships, right? And that's what I'm gonna do with TikTok. As an individual, I don't do no more roll. Yeah, you can ask me questions, guys, whatever you like, what you gonna call it. I don't go TikTok live no more because people get in the feelings. There's too many butterflies and unicorns in the feelings. I'm a small person on TikTok. On Deadass and all these platforms, I'm a small person, tiny as hell. But when I go out here, I keep it around real 1,000. I don't keep it 1,000. I'm out here to sell dreams and sugarcoat life. Like, yo, life's not hard. I promise you, it's not. It only became hard. Yes, you have child trauma. You go things through life wise for sure, most definitely wise. But what made it really hard is relationships. Deadass. The only reason why you question your self-worth is relationships destroyed you. The person that you loved, quote unquote, called you ugly, fat, and stupid, knows they don't want you. I'm the best you ever have in your life. And since you love them, because a downfall 95% of the universe, like I was, you're broke codependent, you believe every fucking word they say. So you can do all the BBLs, OnlyFans, modify the body, all the selfies you want, but you still won't be happy with the person in the mirror. Because the real war in the universe, not mammy bullshit war, which is Russia, Ukraine, blue pill talk, real war, everyday background is you. The person in the mirror, do you love them? That's the question. With mind, body, heart, soul, love 1,000. If you don't, wear the mask of smiles, behind you dying, crying, question your self-worth, cry about your anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicide thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issues. There's the answers. I have the answers on my neck, my face for a reason. To trigger people. My job is to trigger the universe. Because I'm 1% of the universe. Yeah, and I'm the referee. I'm one of the referees in the universe. I got to call out anybody. I don't give a shit. You got $0 in your pocket, $1 trillion in your pocket. I don't care if you're famous on social media, famous in real life. How can you be famous? Money says in fame. You have no financial fucking struggles, but you're still a crackhead, alcoholic tweaker. You're still doing your booger sugar. You're still stuck in toxic relationships. Make that shit make sense. You have all the best. You have the money part to buy all the best everything that counts in the universe, but you don't. Because you want to run from your problems, but you want to blame everybody in the mother but yourself for your mistakes. And no one's perfect. We have flaws. I get it. Common sense. Why am I saying what I'm saying? But I chose to 3 years ago after a bad breakup because I love my ex for leaving me. I love you for leaving me. Oxymoron. Because I do love her for leaving me. Because if not, We must have been a toxic relationship for, we did 7 years, it would have been 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. Fuck all that shit. No, not ever again. That's why I say, as an individual, I won't ever be in a toxic broken relationship at all. What up, Skunky? How you doing? How's it going? How's your day? How's life? How's family? How's health? How's your mansion? How's your head doing? You know, and that's why every day above ground, I do once again my lives, go on here, go to work, work on shirts. You know, finally yesterday, you know, because I've been doing so many one-on-ones, Zoom calls, phone calls, all the good shit, text and audio messages that I've been putting away time from my podcast and my YouTube channel. So the intent, quote unquote, was to make it all in order. But I'm like literally like 15 months behind. That's a lot. When I do it lives, typically I'm trying to regulate myself just no more than an hour, because I'm like, when I go out here, shit, I'd be 1, 2, 5, 6 hours. 6 hours of editing, that is a lot. And that's just one session. I have everything saved. The cool thing is, like, I tell people, if you know, whatever you talk about, you know, if it's more positive talk, 3D and repo about life, relationship with suffered, empaths and narcissists, good people, you give people advice, yo, deadass, do a YouTube channel, do a podcast. It's free. It just costs you your time. If you need help and guidance to do like software and stuff, Adobe Premiere Pro is probably the best one for the most part. And then from there wise, you know, does the audio and video. And you want to get all pretty with it, which you can. Me, I'm not putting no time and effort to get pretty. Hell no. I got I'm a single father, 8 kids, so I got a lot going on for one individual. So I just do basics, make it look decent, and from there wise, that's it. And it's raw and real. It's not scripted. A lot of these podcasts are scripted. Like, nah, this is raw and real. I go on live, I cuss, I said all the good stuff, and I speak the way I speak. And I apologize. I know I speak fast. I'm trying to slow it down, so please bear with me. I've been speaking fast for the last 20 years of my life, because Hispanics make for the most part, we speak a lot slower, because that's the way we are, you know. But with that said, because my first baby mom from Venezuela, raised in New York, East Coast, Latinos speak hella fast. That's why I sound like a chipmunk. That's why people be like, yo, you speak Spanish? Like, nope, not one word with Spanish at all. But yes, it's because I speak fast, I have an accent. And here's the kicker: in America, if you're a person, I don't give a shit what color you is, if you don't speak, if you only speak English with no accent at all, to you, everyone with an accent speaks fast, you know, that they're speaking their tongue. I'm like, I love it, because, you know, people that, you know, that speak only English and no accent, they'd be like, that's not true. I'm like, brave boy, how come, scenario from the west side, I'm from, you know, keep it easy, Seattle, right? So on the west side, the best side, quote unquote, you know, if you talk to a person, you know, keep it easy, white or black, from the south side, mid-states, East Coast, they all have accents for the most part. Southern accent, deep accent, and then you be like, I don't understand you. I'd be laughing in the face, like, babe, they spoke English, solid English, really fucking slow with an accent, and you can't understand them? Like, bro, that's mind-blowing. So what I do, I go there and I translate. I'm like, I be laughing. I go, you understand me? Like, yeah, because I have an accent. That's why, you know? And I told you, here's the kicker. I have patience. If you have no patience, when people speak to you that have accents, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, so with that said, that means if you don't have no patience for a person with an accent, how the hell are you going to have patience for a person in a relationship? You can't. Highly impossible. You're going to get frustrated. I don't want to talk about it. Fuck it. Run from your problems. And that's the shit. That's what I tell people. You can't fix yourself with the body by yourself. You can try to, A for effort, to downplay the situation. Us boys are more narcissistic. Communication, no comprehension. You women, for the most part, empathetic. Communication and comprehension. Welcome aboard, kids. All over, y'all bickering about some petty ass shit, but typically it's because the male, they're in the feelings about the situation because they don't know how to talk about it. Because men are not supposed to show their feelings because that's being a bitch. In Spanish, that's a mandilón. You're soft, you're weak, you're not a man. All that corny bullshit. But all these boys and girls that worry about people's fucking words in their feelings, they won't ever progress in life. Not ever. To trick you, you won't. You'll be there. You can do all the traveling, Dubai, BBLs, OnlyFans, but how the fuck why do you worry about people's petty ass words? Make that shit make sense. This is your life. Every day above ground is your life. Like me here in Little Mexico. People look at me like crazy. Especially Spanish people. Do I give a shit? No. Like Mex, she has in recently, but going to the breakup, all the good shit, do my lives, one-on-ones. She be telling me, people tell you crazy. They tell me all the time. I was like, is it brown people like us? I don't give a fuck about their bullshit. They can't teach me shit in life. People all the way from Washington State, out of Mexico, where my family's from, South America, all the way to fucking the motherland of, Spain. Not boys, 99% Spanish boys, Hispanic, Latino, Spanish can't teach me shit in life. Being your daddy, your grandpa, great-great-grand, bring them all. I'll fucking slaughter them petty words and the truth. The girls and women, they'll be in the feelings, but here's the kicker. They actually talk to me. They ask me questions. Because why do I have mandilon? Why do I have machista on me? Like, yeah, because they're petty Spanish words, but it triggers you because in our culture, we're not supposed to talk about that. That's wrong. Especially from the men. The women, behind closed doors, you can talk about it, make fun of it, but in face-to-face barbecue, no. So I tell people, you don't believe me? If you don't speak Spanish, you're not from the Spanish culture. Hispanic Spaniards, right? You don't believe me? Go to your Spanish buddies' friends, barbecue, quinceañera, birthday party, right? And say fucking loud. Say it with your chest. Be all out, yo, Juan, Maria, what's a mandilon? What's a machista? What's machismo? Say that in front of everybody in a Spanish culture fucking little party. Bro, all eyes on fucking you. Dead ass. Because you just brought a major subject up that we're not supposed to talk about publicly wise. But here's the kicker. They can't give you too much grief, but the family's going to check you. Yo, Maria, Juan, tell your boy, keep back with that, ask him those words publicly wise. Ask that in a private time. Yeah, because why? Spanish culture. And any tongue you speak, I don't give a shit, Chinese, Asian, whatever you speak, Ethiopian, I can't speak your tongue, whatever. But anyways, y'all speak a tongue, right? Other than English. Here's the Spanish words, and I'll tell you in Spanish, I'll translate to English, and then whatever you speak, I guarantee you they're the same word, but, whatever you use in your tongue to English. So with that said, when I say machista, I have it on for a reason, that's a person that's narcissistic or narcissistic-wise. And mandilon, empathist. When I say machismo, that's called narcissism. So let me break down el machismo, which once again, Spanish girl getting their feelings about it because they're living that shit, and I love knocking on them. I go, my job to trigger you, 1,000, dead ass, with petty simple words. I don't know you from Adams at all. You're behind the screen watching, hearing this shit. My father said, otherwise driving, and I trigger you. I did my fucking job. But here's the best part, the door's open. You can always reach out whenever you want to, which is definitely your choice. But I tell them, if I was a typical machista, typical Spanish boy, right? What would I do? El machismo. I have a girlfriend, right? I meet her. She dresses all classy, all good shit. She's showing cleavage, all that, right? When I met her, all good in the hood, right? Initially wise. But then she's my girlfriend, and I'm hella jealous and machista and shit controlling because guys will check you out. You can pass by and cheat, right? So what do? I regulate you. So now you change your ways, your lifestyle for mine. Because why? I'm your partner. Traditional corny and Spanish ways, and she has to dress like a nun, can't look at nobody, can't talk to nobody. But I, as a machista, in the aka narcissist in the universe / relationship wise, I can check out girls in front of her. And here's the best part: you ladies that are Spanish and in general the deal with Spanish boys, they do it in front of your fucking face, and you don't do shit. And what are they doing? They are testing your boundaries. And if you don't say shit, what's the guys do? He's just looking. Like, you can look, yeah, she's beautiful on point, etc. Go on your fucking day. But you're gawking, stuck like Chuck. In Spanish, babas means saliva, your jaw's wide open. Yeah, that's way past boundaries. And if you allow it to happen, which is in Spanish culture, fucking normal, then guess what? I can pass boundaries all day. I'm going to tell people all the time in Spanish girls, I can control my narcissist traits. My lust, I'm ahead for a reason. I control it. If I wanted to, I could be the machista, 1,000. And I'll tell you in your face, I'm about to destroy you. I'm about to sleep with your mother, cousin, auntie, best friend. And I love you, God. Let's go to church and pray. Everything. Everyone knows what the fuck I'm doing. And you're still by my side. Why? Because you're broken codependent, right? You're stuck on a trauma bond. If you know what a trauma bond is, that's when I break up with you 1,000 times, cheat on you, and you still give me chances in life. Welcome to trauma bonds, kids. You're an analogy to trigger people. I'm the slave master. She's a slave. She won't ever leave. And when she tries to leave, she tries to leave for the physical freedom, right? Like slaves do. And the second part, the spiritual, emotional, mental wise, what? She's got to forgive me, not forget, and she's got to let me go. If she doesn't let me go in her mansion, that door of pain, I own that shit. Eating my popcorn, watching a lot of you, smiling face, living rent free. Every time I see her, I can give her a look, the look of death, the F you look, etc., and she's going to feel it. And she'll run away, get sad, bitter, I fuck up her day just by a look. Because why? The only reason why I would bother her, because we exchange energy. What's that, kids? It's called TLC, sex intercourse. You became one. That's the only reason why I could do that to her. Other guys and girls can talk shit to her. She can block them, push away, whatever. But I'm the one, because why? She has to let me go. Yeah. So with that said, that's what I tell Spanish girls. Stay there like your mommy did, auntie did, grandma, great-grandma did. For that fucking man-made bullshit title, well, you fucked around all that good shit, but at least we stay together for the kids, for the family, to have that bullshit title and brag about 30 years happy. 30 years fucking happy? Why are you fucking lying to yourself? 30 years of fucking toxic relationship, especially in the Spanish culture. I like the fuck out of our culture and the relationships. I'd be like, yo, y'all stay there like your mom and grandma did. I pray for you, that's it. But I don't want to hear your fucking sob stories. To turn off my empathy and sympathy towards anyone in Spanish females that are doing it. That's my narcissist traits. I control them. I don't feel sorry for you at all. I pray for you, that's it. If we're talking and vibing, I'll be your friend or associate. I'm not talking to you towards you directly because obviously we're talking and vibing. But everybody else, all you Spanish females doing that shit, turn off my empathy and sympathy towards you, use my narcissist traits, I don't feel sorry for you at all. The door is right fucking there, right there. Why don't you leave? What is holding you back from leaving? And you don't know the answer? Let me tell you the answer. Because you have kids, because the kids. In Spanish culture, this is towards the Spanish culture and many cultures behind it. Because the Spanish culture, they don't leave because of kids. Well, she won't leave because of kids, because of culture, because of religion, because of family. What are people going to say? Right? And on top of that, the cherry on top, you're a broken codependent. You are scared to leave your little bubble of a family. All I know is him. Yeah, it's going to be scary for sure, but here's the kicker. That's where you fall back and start your healing journey. Have a support team. Don't fucking go body hopping. You can't fix yourself the body by yourself. You can try to. I pray for you, but like to be like 90%, you're not going to make it. Especially your body hopping. That's what I mean. The way you meet somebody is the way you lose somebody. So if I'm in a relationship, it's toxic as fuck, right? And I don't take, I want to break it up, etc., quote unquote, but what do? Typically, before I email leave, I'm already doing the sneaking leaves, the entanglements, etc. Premeditated choice. So with that said, I'm trying to fix myself the body by side, so I went scared, right, to work on myself. So I'll jump from body to body. So I think maybe because she makes you feel good, she's choosing better. Yeah, for fucking now. And we were good together for fucking now until the true colors come out on both sides. Typically, us men are more narcissistic, and we're the one that destroy them. That's why I tell all the ladies, yo, try not to focus too much on your ex-wives. Yes, they're posting with a new girlfriend, traveling Dubai. Who gives a fuck? That is just a facade for now. That girl right there, because he went body hopping, he's going to destroy her so bad. You think you're in pain? That girl's going to be about to get more fucked than you are. I promise you that. Because he's body hopping. He's narcissistic every which way. That's why I tell everybody, if you're doing it, you're broken codependent 1,000. You are scared to be alone. You are scared to work on yourself 1,000. So if you're observing that shit, you're actually doing it, your friends are doing it, yo, pray for them, that's it. Tell them, yo, call them, yo, work on yourself. What? Stop body hopping, man. All you doing is running from yourself. Why don't you just fall back? Yes, it's scary. The only reason why it's scary is because of loneliness. The only reason why. Nothing is wrong with being alone, because when you're alone, guess what happens, kids? You're not in a toxic relationship. You don't have a fucking probation officer. What you're doing, what you're wearing, who you're talking to. No PO by your side, right? And from there, fucking date yourself. What? Date yourself. Deadass. Because a lot of us, in relationships, we lose ourselves because we focus on our partner so much. And that's a downfall because you put your heart and feelings into one individual. That is fucking wrong. And that's how you fuck yourself. Every which way. Because when you're out of a relationship and ask you a question, what do you like to eat? What do you like to do for fun? Anyone asks you that, but I don't know. And the more relationships you get into and you don't take time to heal at all, you don't know. Because why? By you overloving somebody, you lost love for yourself. So you've been loving people's, your partners, because you adapt to what they want to do because you're people pleasing. Fuck that. Be yourself. Yo, you want to chill with your peoples? Go chill with your peoples. Or you want me to come? If I can, I'll come. If I can't, just, don't feel like, yo, we gotta go together. Yeah, we're a couple, but if I'm busy, I'm working my pods, whatever situation has happened, I'm doing a one-on-ones. Go. You don't need me. You should want me, but with that said, we adapt. Go have fun. Do your thing. But a lot of girls are in toxic relationships and they can't do shit. They're regulated. If you're about this phone, it's over. It's have a time and for a reason. So with that said, if you can't be yourself, authentically 1,000 in a relationship, it's fucking over because you're people pleasing. Dude, like 95, it's fucking high, right? 95% of the universe is broken codependent in the whole fucking universe. Not just this world, aka Earth. There's got to be other ETs out there, etc. More highly advanced. But here's the best part. All you ETs watching this, you have to acknowledge it, right? You blend in with us, but you have the same shit we do, except your technology is better because obviously you go from realm to realm to realm, right, in the universe. But you have the same issues, same shit. Your relationship is shit, garbage. Yes, you potentially might be more nice to each other, but y'all fucking beefing still like we are. Why does anyone have to hit anyone? Kids, they're growing up. I have 8 kids. I understand that. I just like my kids fighting. I can tell them like, I'm gonna teach you some words. So your little knowledge for little kids. When y'all hit each other, right? You guys are little caveman, Wreck-It Ralph, walking fireballs, Hulk smash. Why do you want to hit your brothers? You call me stupid. I tell them it's just a word. So here's what you do when people call you, dumb names, etc., or whatever. If they call you stupid, you call them stupid. If they call you fat, you call them fat. If they don't like it, yo, baby boy, baby girl, if you don't call me fat, I won't call you fat. There we go. If they continue on, that's their choice. And with that said, you just show these people up from a distance. You go to us older adults and deal with the situation. That's why as adults, the same fucking thing. The same fucking thing, man. Like, why do you gotta worry about these people? Me, I challenge the whole universe. Petty ass fucking words. I can slaughter 95% of the universe's words, especially the fucking boys, because they get their feelings. That's how I'm here in Little Mexico. When I get physical with me, I was like, yo, I'm just running really fast. This is America. This ain't fucking Mexico. So you want to get physical? Guess what I'm gonna do with you? I'm gonna call up Boys in Blue. You're about to fucking fight the courts, judges, POs, have anger management, DB classes, all that shit because you triggered with petty ass words and the truth fucking hurts. And your fucking feelings. So do that. I tell them all the time. You see that? Use the phone correctly. Do it the white way, the right way. Call the Boys in Blue. Problem solved. That's why in Seattle, the ghetto hoods, right? The downtown south, that's the ghetto hood. They don't go to the suburbs. If they do, they already know there's altercations. They try to act stupid and ghetto on the north side in the suburbs. Phone call away, Boys in Blue. All day, every day. That's when I used to live in the north side. The cops put me over, like 10 kilos, right? Then I didn't have tattoos. It was when I had my long hair and braids. I always pull over. You got your white cops, your little racial and shit, which I get it. And it hurt my feelings. Racial profile you want. And they'd be like, aren't you from the south side? I'm like, officer, I know like 10 kilos and all, but I work 2 jobs. Probably work more than you do. No respect when I say this, but I live in the north side. They'd be like, why? I was like, officer, why don't you work downtown Seattle on the south side? Did you know they pay you more? But you don't work there because what? You would think you might go to work and get shot, right? That's what you hear in the north side. Chill. What do you people pull people over for? Racial profiling? No, it doesn't hurt my feelings. You're doing your job. I don't care. It just fucking works to me. And then with jaywalking and speeding, that's about it. Whoop de fucking do. Go to the south side. There's a lot of action, a lot of adrenaline, but you be the stoplight. There's officers I knew personally wise because I worked in the car in the shop wise that they didn't make it. They went to work on the shift, fucking at the first light, fucking heads blown off. And there's the worst part about the situation. That person that took him out, they didn't even know him. They did not pull him over, no tickets, nothing. Because remember this, the downfall when you have narcissistic cops that beat up people, do cheap shots and shit, you trigger them. Any cop I'm taking out, and it happens all the fucking time. That's why me, when I was younger, I was a cadet, an explorer, thought about being a cop. I thought about it really, really good. I was like, I'm trying to live long as possible. I'm cool. I'm not doing that position because I don't got to trigger nobody. I could be the coolest cop in the universe. The downfall is, what about my coworkers? What about the other officers in different precincts? I'm not trying to be that cop like the cops that I've known, and rest in peace, They should have lived longer. The downfall, people that are narcissistic, you can't control your narcissistic traits. People, don't make it that long for that reason. In this lifetime, maybe in the next lifetime, potentially. But everything starts with you as an individual. Everything. Every day above ground, we all have choices, boys and girls. What do you want to do? Happy, bitter, hateful. Drugs, alcohol, pills, off your dome, off the people's dome. Whatever you want to fucking do. God gave us free will. That free will. So with that said, what are you going to do with it? You're going to do positive or negative? Your choice. And that's the shit. That's why everything when it comes down to life is relationships, man. It's like here in Mexico, like, I tell my daughter, she's my oldest about to be 21, right? And she's going through relationship issues and stuff, shedding her tears. And the cool thing is, like, we're talking more now because, in our culture, like, it sucks. A lot of us males don't really talk to our kiddos, and from their wise, when we're triggered, which is called reactive abuse, we do verbal abuse with our kiddos, and because we're dealing with our partners, and we take our anger out on them, which is very wrong, yes. But if no one taught you what I just said, especially the male in the Spanish culture, you're just adapting situation, and you're doing what your parents are doing. And like me, like I said, I don't want my father to be physically abusive. I'm not. That's awesome, right? The downfall, I was a verbal abuser because why? If I'm triggered, I don't control my emotions. That part, I take out in the world. And when your narcissist traits kick out, fucking beast mode. That's how people like Deadass. You can be God. If I'm mad and pissed, you can be God. Yo, tell me hi and boom, I'll just cuss you out. Whatever. I don't care. And mind you, I didn't do like just popped up and no. I'm just like, if I'm bothered by my partner, then right, I'd be like, what I should have done. I have no guidance. But I should have done was going outside get some air. Seeing for them with a partner, 8 kids. It's a lot, man. The more kids you have, like, the more stress it is. Like, they're a blessing, also a lesson. Everything in life is a blessing and a lesson initially wise. The intent and time is to comprehend it. So with that said, when you comprehend it, you can figure out, okay, my red flags, her red flags, the red flag scenario. The intent is not to get to that situation again, right? quote unquote, and that's a blessing. Hell yeah. And then what are you doing? Self accountability. That's what it's called. When you admit to your wrongdoings, self accountability. Women are way better at that for sure. Boys, fuck no. That's how you women gotta judge me and read me. Am I acting nice? Am I being nice? Am I offering love or toxic love? If you don't comprehend what I just told you, then I will destroy you. If I choose to, which is my choice, because I'm a narcissist traits. That's why it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a garden of war. When you're a garden of war, which is typically females, if you're more empathetic, you try to battle men that are narcissistic, and you will lose verbally, obviously physically, but that tends not to get physical. But let's just keep it simple, verbal. You're not gonna win at all because you don't know how to use your words correctly, wise, and you don't know how to challenge them. Because people are narcissistic, as boys, we know we can hurt you with words, and when we're triggered, we just go off and we'll demolish you with no remorse, till we calm down and be sorry, babe, I fucked up, my bad. But the downfall of the situation is when you hurt your partner with words. Honest, that's how you self-sabotage relationships. It's honest damn truth. That's why, like, my ex would tell me, which I'm gonna get on me, it's an oxymoron. She'd be like, because in Spanish culture, men are typically machistas, narcissistic wise, and obviously when you trigger them wise, they get because what they grew up with wise, the Zerian cycle, the man always whips the girl's ass. That's how he deals with anger. That's how he deals with her talking back and anything, because he runs the show in the shitty culture. So with that said, she would tell me, I don't know how you beat me physically, because I could be coming from a black eye, busted lip, broken ribs, but you and your words, that hurts me every time I hear you, every time I see you, and I'll be like, first and foremost, that makes no fucking sense. So you want to be like, your ex is whip your ass and shit. She was, yeah, but here's the kicker. They whooped my ass, right? But they didn't hurt me with their words. You say you love me, but I'm stupid. You say you love me, but I'm fat. You say you love me, but I ain't shit. That plays in my head every day 1,000 times. And you want me to lay down with you. You want to be your partner. Make that shit make sense. And I'll be like, and then, right? I'll be like, they're just fucking words. Get over it. She's like, yeah, to you, because your father destroyed you with words. Your first baby mom destroyed you with words. Now you overcame that situation. You're numb, you're whatever to you. But remember this, not everyone's strong like you. In your head, everyone should be like you, and not everyone's like you. I'm not like that. I'm working on myself. The kids aren't like that. They're kids. And I'll be like, yeah. And I'll just walk away and, try to get some air. So that's why I'm going to get that on me, because it's the truth. That's how you self-sabotage relationships, because when you hurt your partner with words, that's why I think they want to lay down with you. TLC ain't happening, right? And then from there, wise, if you haven't worked on yourself, let your ex go, and you're still comparing your ex partners to your new partner, and you get an altercation, what are y'all gonna do? That corny ass line, which typical boys drive versus females. You're just like my ex. Fucking shit's over. Because why? Now your partner be like, why'd you say that? I'm not your ex. On top of that, now she's in competition with your ex. And I've been there before. They could be like, during TLC session, she'd be like, you doing it with me or you doing it with your ex? They're in the fucking session, like, what the fuck? And now your altercation. I'm just saying. You compare me to your ex, I'm asking you a question. Are you doing it with me or are you doing it with her? Welcome to toxic love, right? But the intent is that's why you should work on yourself. If you're not in a relationship, do not get involved with nobody. I get it. You want a physical touch, a hug, all that good shit. I get it. The human touch, it fucking feels beautiful as long as it's authentic. Yeah, 1,000, not 100. If it's 100, that's some garbage shit. That's like toxic love. What's toxic love? When you love someone that doesn't love you back. So you're giving it your all. You're chasing somebody, right? And I believe you're probably doing blessed, right? The downfall situation, they're not matching energy, they're taking energy. So why are you chasing somebody that's not chasing you? That is taking your energy and not matching energy. Make that shit make sense. And that's what you ladies are fuck. Y'all have it hard, because I know, I get it. Y'all want healthy, long-term relationship. The downfall of your 25 and under, this cell phone is your kryptonite. Too many options. If I have a girlfriend, she's giving me grief, I do a post, go to DMs, boom. Especially the 25 under, because their relationships are fucking garbage. I tell my daughter, your guys' generation is fuck this cell phone. Why? Too many options. And then you make your post. The intent in the relationship, it's A and B. A and B. Will Smith and Jada Smith. Not August, C to Z, right? So I'm C to Z if I give you advice. As long as I not passing boundaries. Keep it humble and showing respect, and that's it. But if I start passing boundaries, then what? From there, wise, you could potentially become to a relationship, right? Or a situationship. 2 seconds, guys. Cyber call Mr. Asphalt, son. This is Marge. How may I help you? Cyber call Mr. Asphalt, son. This is Marge. How may I help you? Of course not. Solicitors, all that great jazz, all day, every day. But anyways, so that's it. That's why y'all gotta be careful getting in a relationship, especially the women. To be my narcissist traits, boys, fuck you and your fucking feelings. Dead us. I don't care about your feelings, boo-hoo, depression. If you don't talk to nobody, you don't work on yourself, start your healing journey, I give no fucks. Men, you can reach out whenever you want to, definitely your choice. That's why I say 98% of my followers on all platforms are females, girls, women, and single moms, which I'm here for them 1,000. And then the boys, fucking your feelings, the men, 2%. Some men I actually do one-on-ones with, and spend the Spanish culture, they're like, man, you're speaking some good shit. I'm like, yeah, because I wasn't that machista, but I understand how her culture runs, relationship-wise, and you're working yourself, and maybe in time, your partner or your ex does not have to forgive you, but maybe you can just have the conversation with her, and, because sorry doesn't fix shit, yes. But if you come at her at 1,000 and just say, hey, you don't want to say shit, let me speak my mind, and just, do yourself accountability, express your wrongdoings, and then potentially she don't have to talk to you, but maybe she might. Maybe she feels that it's authentic, a real sorry. And she sees you progressing. But the intent, when you do that with your exes, the intent is you don't go back to them. Everyone comes into as your life, and the blessing, when they leave, what's the lesson? That's the intent. You can try to do it again, but for the most part, what I say, which I'm going to Ted on me and do shirts for sure. I think, no, I already did a shirt, yeah. When someone disrespects respect, they already broke loyalty, trust, and love. All they can offer you now is toxic love, lust, drama, trauma bonds to trauma, and that's it. So take the L, walk away, save yourself if you choose to want to, which is your choice. If not, stay there, pray, plan, hope, and change your ways. I pray for you, and that's it. Been there, done that? No. It's over. If you have a girlfriend, right? Which I don't. 13 months celibate. Seeing all that great jazz because I'm not wasting my energy on nobody. Not really going to say that, but no, I'm not doing that. And with that said, let's say I had a girlfriend. Because remember this, you don't own nobody. No one in the fucking universe owns nobody. But when you're narcissistic, your mentality is slave master. And then the potential partner that's empathetic, she's a slave, he's a slave. Because she won't get up and leave, all the good stuff, and so on and so on. So let's say scenario, have a girlfriend. She's spiritual, all this good shit, right? And somehow magically, she fell to lust. And she cheated, right? And from there, wise, we would talk about it. Traditionally speaking, wise, what happened, y'all, your partner cheats on you, y'all talk about it. Sorry. It won't happen again, and you give them another chance. That's a fuck. Well, to each their own, but I say no. Fuck that shit. Because the situation is, if she cheats on me, I forgive her, right? And I give her another chance. She could cheat with me. Why? She could cheat whenever she wants it. Today, tomorrow, 10 years from now. So that's what I'm saying. Once a player, as a player, and cheater or cheater. Yes, yes. Because I gave her a chance. I gave her the green light. So with the intent is, I squash the situation. Sorry, baby girl. Which I would do. Sorry, it's not going to work out. I'll call by her full name. No Maria, no Joanne. What? Come on by full name. Yeah, oh yeah. Do you think by us having this conversation that yes, I forgive you. Obviously not forget because you did it, but I'm gonna let you go. What? It's over. It's not traditional where there are no chances. It's first time and last time, and that's it. So with that said, figure out why you failed. We talked about it, right? I said we talked about it. So there you go. You figure it out because you got your emotions. So you can't control your heart feelings. So that means anyone that shows you love and affection, especially the scenario, let's say she drinks. There you go. There's your problem. The bottle is a problem. Second of all, you can't control your emotions. So the 10th is next relationship you get into, before you get in a relationship, work on yourself. Okay, I'll still be your friend associate. Doors there, or you can hate me. It doesn't hurt my feelings because I give you a chance. Rejection, protection. So the intent is the next relationship, you don't do this. If you keep cheating, you're the issue. Oh shit, you're the issue. How so? Because you can't control your narcissist traits, the bad side of you. Hate, pride, ego, lust, greed, power. So you're being lustful. You feel powerful by cheating on somebody, the high, quote unquote, right? So with that said, you fell to lust. The answer, no self-will, which I'm going to tatted on me. That's the answer. All you that cheating, that's the answer. You have no self-will. You can't control your narcissist traits. So if you keep doing it, I would tell her, if you keep cheating in the next relationship, broken codependent, your addiction is TLC. You don't know how to control your lust. That's your problem. So you're the issue. So if you don't ever work on yourself, when people tell me, oh, that's your ex, yeah, she's still cheating. No way, that angel, she's cheating? Oh my gosh. And remember that just because you go to church, talk about God, speak positive, spiritual, doesn't make you a good person. That's just words, that's all it is, man. But actually be landing the words. How do you carry yourself? That's the question in hand. And that's why individual, blue pill talk, only God can judge. Rebel talk, no, God gave us free will. Every which way. So judge me, brown person with tattoos, gangbanger, my social drug dealer, read me. How do I carry myself? What do I talk about? What's my energy? And so on and so on. What's my platforms? All the answers right there. You can judge me, everybody, or at least I can, on any platform. I go to any platform, I see what they're talking about, what they're posting. Like all these, these girls in my DMs that want a potential, right, a shot. I'll be like, before that, I see the comment. What do? Go to the profiles, And let's say the profiles are talking about, relationship issues, exes, baby father, like, oh, baby girl, you still broken, codependent. You stop working yourself. And I'll tell you, queen, we can talk in vibe, but I'm not a virgin. You can ask whatever you like. But I'm just letting you know, so don't gaslight, manipulate yourself, and hope, because hope, don't use the word hope, because hope, that's what hope is. You gaslight, manipulate yourself wise. Then you have a shot with that. You don't have a shot at all. Really? Nope. Not, you still talking about your ex, you're still talking about, relationship issues. Like, why don't you just keep working on yourself? Why don't you stay friends and associates, right? And then let's figure this out together. I go ahead and guide you. I know the answers, but remember, my side, communication, comprehension, your side, communication. You don't have to comprehend, but the positive is we have this conversation. You heard it from my mouth. You heard it, every single word of it. From there, you can, whenever you're ready to, comprehend it. Today, tomorrow, 20 years from now. That's your choice. That's why people, like, traditional saying, like, you give people advice, right? And then you would say, like, oh, what's up, John? What up, Bill? I finally got it. It clicked in, and that's called comprehension. It might have took you, once again, 5 years, but you finally got it. And then from there, you'd be like, damn, I'm dumb. You're not dumb at all. Don't be too hard on yourself because you weren't ready to accept it. You're not ready to fall back and study that. That's the cool thing of having a support team, because you can hold each other's hands. You're all each other's therapists, counselors, not knowing. And especially when a person has more wisdom, because if you try to fix yourself by yourself, you can't. It's highly impossible. Because if your knowledge and wisdom is maxed out, how are you supposed to work on yourself if you don't know how to? I'm going through depression. I know I got depression, communication, I comprehend it, but why can't I move on? What am I stuck on? I don't know. So let's fall to man-made bullshit, drugs, alcohol, pills, that addiction, man-made bullshit, which is not really good for you. It's actually really, really bad for you. Or, man-made other bullshit, which is what? Go shopping, Gucci, Prada, trips. Do what you got to do to numb up and run from yourself. That's your addiction. All you're doing is run from yourself. 95% of you using broken codependent. You're looking for love and happiness in people and man-made bullshit. You can't fix yourself by yourself. You can't fix yourself the body by your side. And that's why in your relationship, you trying, A for effort. The downfall is, once again, I don't knock on women at all. Yes, you have narcissistic women, but they're easy to tell. So fucking easy when the rich are snobby and, conceited, there you go. The narcissistic woman rich way, because she's high class because of the dollar. Money makes you camp, all the good shit, right? And then you have the guys, girls from the streets. My first baby moms. That's why I say all the time to females, to trigger them. I won't ever be with the calle. If I'm going to be with the De La Calle girl from the streets, I might go back to my first baby mom. Go find her because I know her 1,000. Does she now? So why would I date any? Because she's beautiful, she's nice, has a nice body. That's a dime a dozen. Cosmetics. Yes, be attractive potential to be, but how you appear in your mansion. Have you worked on yourself? Especially if you see my tattoos and I break it down. If I trigger her and she's all quiet, like, why are you quiet? It's just words. What, you haven't worked in your mansion? You still got depression and anxiety? Damn, but you're beautiful. BBLs, OnlyFans, all that. Awesome. So that means I'm too much for you. Especially as an individual, I do a lot, like, once again, 90%, I'm tired. 90% of my followers are females. So with that said, I'm always on my phone. Doing one-on-one Zoom calls, all the great jazz. Do my pods, all that shit. So with that said, if you're a female to potential to be, if you're jealous, that is your personal insecurity from your previous relationships. I'm not your past. But we can talk about it, most definitely. And that's the intent with the potential. We do what? Communication, comprehension about everything that's bothering her. Let's talk about it. But the intent that she's been at least awakened part. You got the healing, awakening, and awakened. And the last part, you woke. You're on my level. You're 1%. What I just said won't trigger you. I talk to females won't trigger you. You can talk to all the guys. I don't give a shit. Why am I supposed to care? Like, I'm a people's time. But she can, baby boy. They can cheat whenever they want to. Today, tomorrow, a year from now. I don't care. You guys that are born codependent, they cheat, you die, like I did. That shit hurts, yes. But now I comprehend the only reason why it hurt, because I was born codependent, I believe that I need her in my life. No, that's your flaw. You don't need nobody in the universe. Once again, single father, 8 kids. So with that said, where my mentality is at, I don't need my 8 kids. I don't need co-parenting. I don't need a partner. I don't need my family, my friends. None of you guys at all. The only person I need myself. Selfish 1,000, because I come first and foremost every day above ground, right? I want my kids. I want co-parenting. I want my family. I want friends. A partner, you guys by my side, if you choose to want to, which is your choice, and we match in energy, not take energy. If you're taking energy, why are you taking it? And with that said, if they're taking your energy, you verbalize your boundaries, like, stop saying this, stop doing this, please, because that bothers me, triggers me. Keep passing boundaries and just cut you off. You didn't lie to them, right? You kept 1,000 with them, and they've got any feelings, but why? Because you don't know how to respect people's boundaries. You're the issue. Now I know why your ex left you. Now I know there's the fucking answer. You are the issue. Simple as that. So that's what people should work on themselves. If not, I pray for you and that's it. Enjoy that toxic love, broken, codependent relationship, which I'm making that right now. So when I go to the gym therapy, Jenny Craig wise, people get the feelings. And I'm not even talking to nobody. They're just walking by, working out, and they're seeing my shirts with the shirts are saying. Words go a long way, man. Either healing, soothing, powerful, or very destructive. Very, very destructive. So with that said, if you use it correctly, all love. Using it correctly, you can trigger people, get people feelings, but that's why I tell people in time when you're working yourself, you control your narcissist traits. I became the warrior in the garden. So I can challenge people narcissistic, demolish them with words. Because you can yell, I can yell louder. You can talk your shit, I can talk your shit louder. You can say this, I'll do reverse psychology, and I'll add some shit on top, being child trauma. Your dad's not there, your mom. I don't even know who they are. They say they have mom and dad, but whatever I say, you want to be like your parents, still be in a toxic relationship like them. Trigger them to the point where they become the modern day caveman. I mean, well, what's up, loser disciple? What'd you just call me? Loser disciple. You want to get physical? Loser disciple. You can't handle petty words. That's your narcissist traits: hate, pride, ego. Let's do this. This is America. Phone call away. Go to your dog kennel where you deserve to be. And when you're there cooling down, and they ask you, what are you in for? Or some guy calling me stupid, they tell my mom and dad, so they talk about your parents, which I get, it's wrong, it's bad. But you caught a case and you got DV, domestic violence, anger, all this, assault, you're about to get screwed in this jail because they don't mess with that, especially with DVs. And I'm in here for killing, I'm here for stealing, I'm here for other stuff, and you're in for words? Awesome. Make that shit make sense, man. And that's why I'm making a shirt that says that, so when people see, especially the boys see that shit, they go to your dog kennel, what? That's where you deserve to be. No one's got to get physical with nobody. And the only reason I got physical because someone triggered you. The word's environment. I get it. That's why you should work on yourself in the environment. If it's a bad environment, like here in Little Mexico where I'm from, why would I go on the streets all the time? No one's like, I don't see you. Why would you want to see me for? Drop that corny ass line, wrong place at the wrong time? No, this is the ghetto hood, etc. Wise. You have the cities that are bad. So I visit my family here and there. I can call you, text if I wanted to get a hold of you. Wise. I'm not going to stop and visit. I be pumping gas, but I know it's the ghetto hood. I live in the ghetto hood, so what am I doing there? Come on, man, keep pushing. Yeah, I'm trying to live as long as possible, man. If not, say that shit. Live in the ghetto hood and rerun the streets, and when they get shot, I don't feel sorry for you. You know where you living. Why don't you stay at the crib? Be a homebody, or the smart thing to do, move away from the ghetto hoods. Common sense. That'd be the best thing to do for yourself. If you choose to want to, it's your choice. If not, be there because your family and friends. That's the block. Do so. I pray for you, and that's it. The day I hear that you still living there, and my family and friends, I tell them I don't give a shit to get in the feelings. I be, dude, you still live in that city. What do you expect? I'm supposed to feel sorry because he got shot? Why? Why don't you move from there? No, because my family friend. Yeah, cool. Blue pill, awesome. You're mean. Yep, narcissist traits, and I control them. When it happens again, I won't be surprised. Maybe the next time it'll be like the last time, quote unquote. That's what you chose, man. The only time you can use wrong place at the wrong time, if I go pumping gas, right? I'm going to whatever, California scenario, or go to a different state I've never been in my life, and the GPS says that I got to gas because, I missed so many exits. Why I got to pull over to put gas. Well, guess what? GPS will tell you, by the way, this gas station, honestly, now I'm thinking about it, but I'm a geek techie, but I'm not a coder. They should make an app like that, like, Waze, Google, that say, hey, gas is coming up right here, this city. But by the way, Forewarn, this city is the ghetto hood. Oh, shit, I ain't stopping there. I'm going to keep pushing to the next gas station. Okay, Siri, Google, where's the nearest gas station that's not in the ghetto hood? There you go. They can't really say wrong place at the wrong time for the most part because I'm going to the suburbs. No one's going to bother me some shit for the most part. I might get the looks with my tattoos, but I don't have to worry about nothing for the most part. None of that, de la calle gang bullshit, etc., and so on and so on. That's why you avoid the people best as, show them up from a distance, and that's why I say, especially relationships, to make it easy for the whole universe, right? Especially the ladies, you all be in relationships, right? So the best people to avoid every which way to not be by your side is a category I created. It's called a lost empath, not a dark empath, a lost empath, lost empathist. What's that? Remember, this is my category. You can't find this on Google. No DSM-5. Ask your therapist, counselor, psychiatrist what a lost empath is, lost empathist. Anybody who told you that? So with that said, there's a person you don't have by your side. Gangbangers, mafiosos, drug dealers, racist, military cats, niggas from the block. There's the answer. But that's your choice. If I see you with a gang of mafioso, people from the block, the ghettos and shit, I don't feel sorry for you. Like, yo, did you know, especially the ghetto hoods, those people, not all of them, a lot of them, all they know is toxic love. They don't even know what love is. They can offer you toxic love, lust, drama, and trauma bonds, and that's about it. They can't offer you love because they're not love themselves at all. So with that said, why do you have by your side? And if you want to have kids by them, I pray for them. That's it. Like my first baby mom, first and last day like I ever be in my life. I want her to be the girl from the streets. Only if she's worked on herself, went through the healing, awakening, eventually woke during at least the awakening part. Then we talking and vibing because she won't get triggered easy. And that's the intent not to. So that's why I say what I say. When I make that shirt and get that tat on me wise, people be triggered. I be, yo, they're just petty words. Tell me I'm lying. Why would you're from the ghetto hood, baby girl? Why would I be with you? Because you're beautiful, nice body. Your diamond, did you know that your diamond does first and foremost in the ghetto hoods, right? And you're out for lust, not love, because you know how to love yourself. But I can go to the suburbs and I have a better chance with someone from the suburbs because they're more empathetic. You're not. You can be. The downfall is someone triggers you in the ghetto hoods. Back to the like I back to your street mentality wise. Boom. Finally done. So I got the base, and there's the fun of it wise. So this one says, which I'm gonna rock it today because I should get my gym therapy so my shirt's all sweaty and stuff. But this one says, can't see on your side if I flip it, but it says, whoop, I gotta take this off. And when you do the vinyl, you gotta be careful. Like, try to take off the vinyl because not once you press it, it's on there. But anyways, it says, whoops, sorry. It says, start your healing, awaken, and woke journey. It says, if not, enjoy your toxic, love, broken, codependent relationships. You can't fix yourself with the body by your side. So yeah, buddy. So I'm about to put that on a little while and then rock that today when I go back to the gym. And then once again, get people in the fittings. And that's the lettering wise, and this is the base. So it stands out a lot more wise. So it's fun because once again, like I could use my shirts. Eventually, I'm gonna get lids and stuff like that. Then rock my gear and say 1,000 day by day baby steps. That's why the fun of it. I'm gonna get I gotta do these ones back. I'm gonna put day by day baby steps. My motto for the whole universe, because that's all it is. Every day above ground, what can you do in life? Just try to focus in the present. Sorry, someone was calling. Try to focus in the present, best as possible. The past, you can, as long as you don't dwell on the past, because when you dwell on the past, very unhealthy. It'll trigger you. They left me, she left me. That's gonna hurt, and then your day goes to shit because you're still, you're focusing your energy on your past, and especially on your exes, which that's the reason why life becomes hard because you're focusing your energy on the wrong person. So, and tomorrow, the future hasn't happened, so don't focus too much on tomorrow. You'd be like, the idea of tomorrow is this. If you do plans is gaslighting and manipulation. When you say, nothing wrong with prayer, right? And I'm praying for positivity wise, but when you I pray, plan, hope, I get this job. I pray, plan, hope, I get this person. Right, but let's say you don't get the job and you don't get that person, then what? Who do you blame? And then from there, your day goes to shit, you get triggered, then what? It's gone, So with that said, that's why you should work on yourself and just keep progressing in life. And then you'll be a lot better than to be by yourself and trying to figure this out. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get the iPad fixed. Okay, you know what? Let me finish. Sorry, bear with me guys. I'm trying to position this iPad a lot better. There we go. Should get right there. There we go. Awesome. Hell yeah. Cool. Because once again, I'm with you guys live on Big O, but I'm also on Twitch. So, because that's a lot easier for me wise, because then the intention is to go live maybe an hour or two during the day, here and there, do sessions, and then eventually catch up myself and do the video editing on Adobe Premiere Pro. So which I'm doing. But once again, like when you go to my YouTube channel podcast, now it'll be mixed and matched. The intent was to be in order to the downfall. I do this by myself. I don't got a squad. I'm the everything, the producer and all that good shit. So, which I love doing. It's like my game is my therapy because I get to hear myself. And the cool thing is about technology, use it correctly. When you do lives, you do pods, Zoom calls, you record yourself. You can rewatch yourself. That's the beauty about technology. But say scenario, I tell my one-on-ones, when they're ready to, we could do it. But let's say you get triggered in the conversation in the pod, right? And you can say I'm not triggered. I'll be like, nah, I can read it. I can read and judge you. So I know I'm studying your verbal language, tone of voice, facial expression in your eyes. And remember, when you're light skinned, you turn color. When you're sad, mad, etc. But you're building. So with that said, let's switch the subject because I know you're getting triggered. Like, nah, we continue on. Like, I promise you, 1,000, you're gonna get triggered. And you can cuss out. You can cuss me out. I don't get bothered by petty words. But you see, I'd be like, I told you. But yes, think is not knowing. You gotta know. I know you're triggered. You're still working on yourself because you're overthinking. So let's just switch the subject and fall back another day wise. And the cool thing is, I tell them, shut up. You don't believe me? The cool thing, the session's being saved, right? I'll send you the video clip wise or the whole Tabata, whatever you like. And then observe yourself. what, look at yourself and be like, what was going through your head before I triggered you over that conversation, over those words? And that's the cool thing about technology. Use it correctly, because you're the best therapist in the universe, because I don't know what you're thinking, and vice versa. The best therapist, counselor, psychiatrist is the person in the mirror. The cool thing on a support team, we're all, as long as they're positive, we're all your therapists, counselors. Because once again, if your knowledge and wisdom is maxed out, you can't work on yourself because you're maxed out. But if you have a support team, I tell you my personal stories, my one-on-one stories, and I give you every option, scenario, idea I can give you, best that. So now you have something to work with. You'd be like, damn, that kind of does make sense. Cool, there it is. You have a little option. So go there, dissect that. And, like me, like the females, well, I'm not a bad person, but, I hit him. I threw shit, like, oh, yeah, that's called reactive use. And she'd be like, what do you mean? It's on my neck. So you reacted to the words that he told you. You're not a bad person. I can tell by the conversation. You're empathetic. 1,000, a square, right? But it's because of him. But why? Because when you lay down with somebody, it's called you exchange energy-wise. So he can trigger you with petty words. Calls you ugly, fat, and stupid. No one's going to want you. And you start throwing shit, right? Hitting them, shit like that. Because you react to the words that he told you, because you're not going to turn your heart feelings. And those words go a long way with him, because, once again, TLC, that's the only reason why. I tell her, I call you ugly, fat, and stupid, or you can block me, do whatever. You don't have to deal with me, right? You can run from me. But with him, no, why don't you run from him? Because you're praying, planning, hoping he changes his ways, that he does better, and so on and so on. So with that said, you should work on yourself. If not, I pray for you, and that's it. But once again, that's the cool thing about technology. So with that said, I'm gonna start working on them and do when I do my lives, like these lives. I make 1 minute TikToks. I clip 1 minute, add the subtitles to it with the Dopamine Pro 2023 with the new feature that says it's talk to text, so it makes it a lot easier for me. As an individual, I'm trying to learn how to speak, because I know I speak fast. So I apologize, but I've been speaking fast for 20 years now, so I'm trying to speak a lot slower, especially when I do like my pods and Adobe Premiere Pro, because the AI, it catches my words, but it's like hit and miss, because I fluctuate fast, slow. I slur and mumble because I'm exhausted. I do so many hours on one-on-ones, retarded. But the positive at my ends, because I'm woke, chilling God, Lucifer, and the universe on top of the mountain, one of the 1% referee of the universe. When I sleep, I die. No more thinking, no more insomnia. Time's irrelevant. I love the universe. I love everybody. I have nothing against nobody. I comprehend why everyone's going through shit in life, and that's why I do what I do. So when I'm sleeping, I get phone calls 1, 2, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, way before I'm supposed to go to work. But if you're sleeping, I was, but what's cool? No, I'm sorry, nah. And just what's going on with you? You good? You want to talk about it? You good? Like, yeah, okay, but it's okay. I go back to sleep right away if I want to. So just go. Let's talk about it. I'm doing 1, 2, 3 hour sessions at 2 in the morning when I should be sleeping. But I sacrifice my life for for the universe, especially for the girls, for the women, and especially the single moms, because a lot of single moms are struggling. That's the day I became. That's why I got to promote my podcast to the fullest, because the day I start making money off this, and I'm doing this in general-wise, I'll get back to the universe, especially the females, especially the single moms, because a lot of single moms, they have that financial abuse where they can't leave because they can't get a spot. That they have 6 figures plus, and I'm making money off this, I will get back to everybody. I tell you, yo, Queen, I got you. I'll take care of you. You and the kiddos. I got money and power. Let's get you a spot, car, pay your bills. And I'll tell them, you have a year. I give you a year. What? I have money and power. I give you 1 year. You don't have to work, but remember this: the intent, the matrix. You can't beat it. You maintain roof over your head, a car, and a job. That's it. You're good. That's it. It could be McDonald's. It doesn't fucking matter. Fuck all this bullshit status. Well, you McDonald's. Who gives a fuck? As long as you get a job and you're happy, and when you go home, you're blessed. That's all that matters. If you can have Microsoft, all this shit, other Amazon, but why are you so miserable? You hate your job, stress, all that. Like, that's not the intent to be like that. That's what my jobs would be like. In my old jobs, they'd be like, why y'all always happy and shit? In Alaska, other hard other jobs that are difficult, I'm like, what's wrong with being happy? What's wrong with showing no respect? I go, I make my happiness anywhere. It could be a shit job. I'll make it fun. How so? Because I bullshit with my coworkers. I bullshit with the bosses. A lot of people think I'm like a boss, a manager. Like, nah. Well, you're talking to the owners, like, and they're humans. What, you just going to bite you and shit? You be cool with them, they be cool with you. It's love and respect, and so on and so on. And they be like, how do you do that? Like, because I worked on myself, man. I comprehend how we function spiritually, mentally as beings. And that's the intent, that you fall back, start your healing, awaken, eventually woke journey. Because once you do that, you'll be better with yourself. Because the riddle for the universe, which I'm going to get tattooed where Jesus got stabbed in the ribcage, which I will make a shirt and, canvas, but it's going to say that, the riddle to the universe, who's the problem? The person in the mirror, the person looking in the mirror. When you comprehend the riddle and you're the issue, what are you going to do about it? That's the kicker. It's an easy riddle for the most part, but when you figure it out, right, and it clicks in, you comprehend it, what are you going to do to work on yourself as an individual? You can't fix yourself with the body by your side, only if you're both doing communication comprehension. Yeah, when I have issues, I talk to her about it. When she's got issues, she talks to me about it, and we figure out how to, overcome the situation, come with the conclusion. That's fucking beautiful. That I give you props. You can be both broken codependent, healing journey. You're both starting fresh, but the intent is you two. Because remember this, in relationships, the more you evolve, especially if you're a power couple, right? Everyone in the universe is going through shit. So basically, you go and you and your partner are blessed, lovey-dovey in the public, kissing, all that good shit, cracking jokes and bullshit, like because you're friends, best friends, lovers, porn stars, and your own therapist, then people are going to want what you want. I mean, we'll talk about, we're going to want what you have. So someone's watching you relationship-wise, and then they want to test it because they want to, they want to test, be your partner instead of like, yo, but that's why you verbalize your boundaries. You're like, I got my girl, please keep it humble and passing boundaries, but I like you. You can like me all you want, friends and associates, whatever, but no, I'm blessed with my girl. Please stop passing boundaries. If you keep passing boundaries, I'm going to stop this conversation. I'm going to push you away because you have no respect for yourself and you don't have no self-will. So with that said, I can't fix you or save you. I know you want this. You can have what I have with my wife, my girl, whatever situation is, right? But that's when you work on yourself, and he's worked on himself. Then you two progress and can become one. But I'll tell him, but I'm just forewarning you. Look what you're doing. Remember, I don't have a partner, but let's say I did. You're passing boundaries. I just told you I have a girlfriend, right? And you're passing boundaries. So the day that you work on yourself, the potential works on themselves, and you become like us, a power couple, then people are going to be doing what you're doing. Passing boundaries with your man. Does he have self-will? Can he verbalize boundaries? Does he have love and respect for you only? Does he love and lust you only? That's the question. That's at the female at the farmer market with my ex-girlfriend. We were together for like 17 months. LDR, long distance relationship. I don't recommend as an individual. If you're working yourself, I don't recommend long distance relationships. I don't at all. If you're more on the awaken, I take it back. Was it healing? Awaken, woke, like my side. Then you can make it work. But even then, it's like the physical touch helps a lot. Having someone by your side helps a lot. Like you can do all the cyber, video chat, sex, and all that. That's cool. But it's cyber. It's just the phone, and that's it. The physical touch, the physical body, playing your face a hell of a lot better, right? That's why maybe locally, in my situation, here a little Mexico, Eastern Washington, there ain't nothing here for me. In the brown Spanish culture, Hispanic experience, fuck no. I'm way too much for these girls. Way too much for these girls. And then the white girls, potentially, but they're more in Tri-Cities, an hour away. I don't go to Tri-Cities, right? But if I go 3 hours west side, from us, the west side, the best is Seattle, please. Potential's everywhere. Every time I go to the farmer market, like on Saturday, this Saturday, squares everywhere. Females are empathetic. Online conversations. They're not scared to ask me questions. Your tattoos, my words you said, or is it a story? Yeah. And what do? Break it down, tell a story, talk about the mansion. You don't have to listen to rap, but there's a rap artist named NF. My neck for a reason, show him no respect. I go because I took his song Mansion, it says right there, Mansion NF, and made it my way. I use it my analogy, like, and then be like, what do you mean? So to simplify life for everyone in the universe, that you worry about your mental health, struggle, depression. Here's the answer for everybody. Because in your mansion, which is your head, all the doors are paying wide open. Why? Because you haven't let go of your ex. Right there it says you haven't let go of your exes, past pain, toxic love, trauma, and child trauma. That's why you have anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issues, which triggers what? All capital letters is triggers, small, capital T, small letters, all capital letters, overthinking, reactive abuse. There's the answers for everyone in the universe. Now, what are you going to do with it? That's the question. I gave you the answers, how to work on yourself, but are you going to work on yourself? Or you going to wear the mask, smiles, behind you dying crying, and go on your day like nothing. Like, fuck, this guy's crazy. I'm crazy, but I'm blessed. You're sane, in your feelings, on top of your feelings for how many years? It took me 39 years of my life. 39, best at 42, 18 at heart. So if you're 20 years old hearing this, 25 years hearing this, I gave you the answers. But here to call out the universe, be younger than I am, it took me 39 years. Beat me. Can you beat me? I had 10 M hours, 10 M's. Support team for 88 days. That's why it's a story. I let my ex go 100% in 88 days. And then, 14, 17 later, 1,000%. Let's just say 1,000. What up, Kiki? How you doing, brother? How's it going? So with that said, that's why I say what I say to the fullest. That's why I have my tattoos, the story. I rock my shirts. All the answers right there. You read it, communication, you don't have to comprehend. That's whenever you want to comprehend. But the cool thing is that everybody, as a friend associate, I'm always in your pocket. You can reach out to me. Comment, DM. I do one-on-ones. Free therapy life coach. I don't charge. Y'all going to therapy, counselors, and see a psychiatrist and psychologist, and they can't tell you anything I just told you. Then you're the gimmick. What's a gimmick? Like me, I work in computers, right? So they tell me, oh, you're IT. Like, no. IT people sell you dreams. Like, what do you mean? If you don't know anything about computers, and I'm the technician that go to your job, my computer being slow, all you hear click, 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 and you watch me do that, and I tell you, guess what? I adjusted a little better, smoother, etc. Wise, it should be, it should be running a lot better. But little do you know, I didn't do shit at all because you don't know anything about computers. And then in your head, you didn't believe it. Oh yeah, it is a little faster. I'll be smiling. $500. Thank you. Have a good day. I didn't do shit. You'll see me again. That's why IT people are like therapists, counselors. The ones that don't give you answers. They sell you dreams. You're a gimmick. I can come back here 5-10 times. I try $500 every single time. I'm going to freaking Hawaii. I'm going to Japan. I go wherever the fuck I want to go because I know these clients. I can fix the computers, but I won't. I'll just do it slowly, little by little, tease them because I'm trying to get them all the money I can out of them. The GP, right? Same thing with counselor therapists. If they can't tell you what I tell you, yo, you're gonna be there 1 year, 2 years, 7 years of therapy. Make that shit make sense. And how the hell do you have therapist counselors seeking therapy? And I get it because their job, they hear people's stories and they get triggered in their mansion because they're talking about child trauma, their exes getting chased, beat up, all these wild stories, right? Because personally, maybe they dealt with that shit. So with that said, that's why I tell me as an individual, I'll make that shirt that says, I challenge the universe. I challenge every therapist, counselor, psychologist, life coach, relationship coach in the whole universe. 95% you wouldn't take this. You'll be too scared and you feel it. Especially say, let's do a Zoom call. What? Why a Zoom call? If you know what you're doing and you're certified a man-made piece of paper, then why are you scared of a conversation? Why are you scared with the world to see this? Because I'll make a pot out of it and I'll make you and I famous. But you worry about what? That's why when you challenge people on social media to do a live Zoom call, etc. Yo, the reason why they won't take it because they worry about what? Reputation. That's why. That's on TikTok. All these trolls, keyboards, and talk the shit, especially the boys, Spanish boys. What do? I love TikTok because what? I can do a video response. They can block me, report me. I don't care because guess what? I'll take it. It's mine. I'll edit it and I'll put it on all my platforms. I'll make that person famous on all my platforms, every which way. That's what I tell people in general. Like one girl yesterday on Facebook, right? She was talking about how her she made a post that her son just got bullied and kind of got jumped in school, right? Take it back, and he got jumped basically, right? So she's like, she didn't know how to handle it. I was like, shit out, queen. If I was you, this is what I do because this is what I do with my kids in these situations. Because you already know how schools are. They ain't gonna do shit for you, right? So take a picture. Get a picture of the kids. If not, take a picture of yourself. The kids, little bullies, making famous on social media. For one, the universe about these little kids, the little loser disciples, the little bullies, and they bullied your kid and they jumped your kid. This is how you do it. To use technology correctly, why make everyone fucking famous? Your partner cheats on you, all that shit. Do a TikTok, show a picture, say the first name for legal reasons. Don't say the last name because all that bullshit with legal issues. Just the first name, or don't even say the name at all. Show a picture of your ex-wives. They verbally, physically whoop my ass, etc. They're narcissistic wise, and put on all your platforms. Your ex is come try to get a hold of you. I'm gonna sue you for defamation. In court, you can't lie, quote unquote. So tell me I'm lying that you beat me up. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying that you cheated on me. You just worry about what? Your reputation. That's why you boys and girls on social media. And then life-wise, people tell my kids, anybody wants to mess with my kids, please. I can tell teachers in school why they give me shit. I'm like, yo, let me talk to the parents. No, why? There won't be no altercation. There'll just be a verbal altercation because I keep it 1,000. That's why my tattoos, especially in the Spanish culture, not the fuck out of our culture. So with that said, if they get handle words, that's their shit, not my shit. I go on my day. I just tell them the truth. Watch your kid. But let's say scenario, let's say my daughter's getting an altercation, right? And I see the parents. Let's say the mom's not empathetic wise, but the little gang with my fuse will be all, I'll tell in front of face. Why do you know what the problem is in your household? You're the problem. You're a statistic. Simple as that. You know how to do parenting, all that shit. And then you get mad, get triggered. But they're just words. You're running wild. That's your life, your style. So that's the reason why your daughter, more like your little bully or the crowd she chilled in school. That's why it's easier to break down. How are the parents? How do they care themselves? Well, they're squared empathetic. Obviously, for the most part, it's not really the parents. How are the siblings? Are the siblings bullying them, etc.? No siblings, cool. Who do they hang around in school with? Oh, well, there you go. It's a little crowd. They're like, the hoodlums. There's the issue. The people they're hanging around in school. It's not at home. It's not the siblings. It's the crowd at home. At school-wise. It's so easy to break the fuck down. And from there, wise, you gotta squash the situation. If not, your little kid can become narcissistic, and when they're 13, 16, 20, 18 and above, they're running starts being wild, in and out of jail, all good shit. But they chose to be a statistic. That's their choice. They chose to be a elusive disciple. Narcissistic wise, God's disciples, empathetic, empath wise. That's why the bad side of you, which everyone's got BPD, bipolar borderline personality disorder, and NPD, which is narcissistic personality disorder. It's the bad side of you, hate, which is Lucifer's side, hate, pride, ego, lust, greed, power. The good side of you, God's side, love, proud, humble. Oh my gosh, that's all you got. That's all we are, man. We love you. We're proud and humble, love, respect, and that's it. I don't hurt you, nothing. That's not my intent to. But if I use my narcissist traits, please, I can. It's petty ass words. But that's it, y'all. I gotta get off. I gotta finish this shirt, and then I gotta start doing paperwork. I might potentially come live later on this afternoon / evening. If not, tomorrow. The intent is to do like 1 hour days, like during the week wise. So that gives me like some material for sure. And from there wise, not to do after hours lives, because it's fun, it's good, don't wrong. But when I get on here, I'll be 2-3 hours, and that's a lot of editing. I'm so behind. But that's it, y'all. Remember, I'm always in your pocket. DM, comment away, and for the majority of the platforms, Facebook, IG, TikTok, same name, Readable Lightworker. Or you put like, if you want to find me really easy, the main platforms, search bar to put hashtag all lowercase letter 3D70 red pill, which I have it on me here, boop, right there, which I'm gonna get tagged on me. That's my personal hashtag, so you can see all my TikToks, the people's TikToks that I promote on my platforms, because on my 3D7 red pill talk, that's all it is. Like, it's about breakups, cheating, funny stuff, music, etc. But it's all repo talk. It's stuff that gets you new feelings. Nothing with gangs, mafiosos, partying, kicking it, politics. That's blue pill talk. That's which I'm eventually gonna get tied on my wrist wise. It's like Matrix, blue pill, red pill. The blue pill is gonna say in this. It's gonna say, what do y'all debate about? You debate about man-made bullshit, drugs, pills, race, religion, politics, code, man versus women, what color is your Bugatti? War. That's blue pill talk. That shit makes money. Entertainment, keeping you feeling top of your feelings. You won't ever involve in life. I don't give a shit how much you know about gangs, politics, slavery. It's just irrelevant to I. That you can know all about blue pill talk, but answer this: how come you're a crackhead, alcoholic, tweaker, doing booger sugar? How come you're in toxic, broken, codependent relationships? How come you have anxiety, depression? You cry about your mental health, but you know all about this man-made bullshit, but you're still broken, codependent. Make that shit make sense. That's why you take the red pill. What do we focus on? Life, relationship we suffered, empath, narcissist, getting bad people. That's all we do. We want you to get your life back. Figure that shit out. Take the red pill, work on the person in the mirror. Because every day above ground, the real war in the universe is you, the person in the mirror. When are you going to win that war? And when you win it, you will know, because you, with the support team, it's a lot easier, but you will find love yourself, mind, body, heart, soul, and soul of 1,000. You will comprehend that true happiness, unconditional love, support starts with who? You, the person in the mirror first. Not your kids, not your parents, not your partner. No, you. That's the answer in the universe for everybody. You're the answer to your life. You're the fountain to youth. Is you. You just don't know that, because stress is a killer. Yes, it is. Why do you think your body talks to you? You're young, fresh, right? Cosmetically wise, but you're stressing about everything in life. So you start aging yourself. You start getting sick. Anxiety, depression. All this shit's kicking in. Your body's talking to you, every which way. If you use your heart feelings first, that's your flaw. You're going to worry about everyone's petty-ass words, relationships, all the good shit. If you use your mind, head, common sense first, and then you put your heart feelings behind it, then you believe this decision, this situation is the good choice. Because you broke down in your head every scenario, every option. You observed that whole environment, what's going on around you. All the answers in your face, you just don't know that yet. That's why I say what I say to the fullest. And me as an individual, once again, 39 years old, 3 years ago, went through a bad breakup. But I love my ex for leaving me. I love you for leaving me. I'm in for a reason, oxymoron. Because I do, because now I love myself to the fullest. I don't wear the mask mouse. Finally took it off. No such thing as that. If I speak to you, I keep it 1,000. I keep it round real. I'm not here to sell dreams. If I keep it 100, I can sell you dreams. I can act nice, not be nice. I offer you toxic love, lust, not love. That's my choice. But I'm not here for that. I'm here to just keep it round real with you guys, so you don't ever feel alone and you get your life back, because it's about you. It's not about your partners. It's not about your parents. It's not about your kids. It's about you. The intent is to adapt to a situation best as, but when you get your life back. And once again, to call out the people that are younger than I am, it took me 39 years of my life. So if you're 20 years old, 30 years old in this, I'm calling you out. Beat me at 39. You got 9 years to beat me, to become woke, to chill on top of the mountain with, which I'm going to tell me. I'm going to have a little angel, God, little devil whispering in my ear, Lucifer. And have a little emoji of the universe, the letter I, myself. It's gonna have popcorn. Then it's gonna be the TV and the couch. I think about couch and the TV, and it's gonna say free entertainment. Why? Because God, Lucifer, the universe, and I eat up popcorn. 95% broken codependent. It's free entertainment. You cry about mental health, my breakups, all that shit. Like, yeah, I was you. Your pain is my pain. I died like you died. So with that said, I'm telling the answers to life. But remember, my side, communication, comprehension. Your side, you heard it, communication. You don't have to comprehend. Whenever you're ready to, I don't force this upon you. You got to change. No, your choice. What? Got choices? You got choices. But that's why every day above ground, what do you want to do? Happy, bitter, hateful, off your dome, off the world's dome, drugs, alcohol, pills. What do you want to do? Positive, negative, right, wrong, yin, yang, good, evil. It's pretty easy, man. So with that said, before I get off, have a support team. Say you have, forceful trigger, you should want a support team. Because those people love you to the fullest. The only time they get any type of grief is when what? When you potentially might do wrong. And what's that called? Constructive criticism, because they don't want you to fall on your face. And if you do, they guide you, forewarn you, tell you. And like, yeah, I tell my one-on-ones, remember this. You're about to do something said otherwise wrong. I know you are, but that's your choice. Your heart feelings and your thinking is triggering, and I get it. I was you. Remember that before your head hits the ground, remember me, then hit your head. But here, give me your hand. I'll pick you up 1,000 times. As a friend associate, yes, not as a partner, because I can't fix you or save you. To be your dick, I'm like, I was you, man. I just want to get your attention. Because words, all they are is words, But it's your journey. That's the top people. You can't face change nobody in the universe. The only person you can do that for is the person in the mirror. That's all. All we can do for each other, heal, guide, support, uplift, for one show my love to each other. And that's it, because that's your healing, awakening, eventually woke journey. Everyone has their own journey. They can start whenever they want to. That's why, I'm making my shirt right now. If you don't start it, that's what it says right here. If you don't start your healing, awakening, woke journey, then enjoy those toxic, love, broken, codependent relationships. I pray for you, and that's it. I was you in those relationships. My first baby mom, de la calle to the full street girl, 12 years, 3 daughters. My second baby mom's more empathetic, but we were healthy for each other. 5 boys, 7 years. So as an individual, it took me 19 years of, what do I say? It took me 2 baby moms, 8 kids, 19 years of my life to figure all the shit I just told you. And I can't be hard on my parents. My parents didn't teach me this. None of my family taught me this. From Washington State, I can go out to Mexico, back to Spain. They can't teach me this shit. We're not taught about this at all. That's why when you start thinking positive, spiritual, do your healing journey, and awakening-wise, because now you speak more positive, etc., then they call you crazy. I promise you they will. And I tell all my one-on-ones, the healing journey is going to hurt because you're detoxing from codependency-wise over your ex. And on top of that, you start being positive and spiritual. Are you ready to lose your family and friends? Because then you're going to push them away, or they're going to push you away. Are you ready to lose everybody? Because it's going to hurt, and you potentially lose everybody when you start speaking positive. Especially when you start verbalizing your boundaries, and you're finding out how to say no. When you're a people pleaser, yes, 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 yes. You have no money, you still give it. If you can't get the money, you get it from somebody else, right? And from there, wise, when you start saying no, are you crazy? Your ex made you crazy. I'm like, why? No, I messed up because I put too much time with family, friends, and my customers, and I put my personal family and my kids last. So I did everyone's bullshit, and I lost my family, and I lost my partner because of my actions. So I said, that's why I say no. It feels good when you say no. Can you do me a favor? Nope. Before, the old me would have said yes. The new me says no. You can find somebody else. I helped you for 39 years of my life. No. You're mean? I mean, I'm blessed. That's good. I got my day. Simple as that, I focus more on my kids, wise. And then now I focus more on you guys on social media, especially the girls, the women, and the single moms. Every which way. That's because y'all have the hardest. Every which way. Boys, fuck you in your feelings. Men, you can reach out. Simple as that. Petty as words, right? So with that, say y'all, about to get off. I might jump back on, if not, tomorrow. All right, guys, have a good day. Stay fresh. I'm on your phone. Be safe. Ciao.